So happening now in the U.S., officials in Florida are monitoring a life-threatening storm surge as Hurricane Idalia arrives in the Sunshine State. CNN's Ivan Rodriguez joins us live from Crystal River with an update. Good morning to you, Ivan. Are you safe where you are right now?
Melissa, good morning. That's really a big question from an official standpoint as well as to what we can possibly expect in terms of a storm surge. We've already seen some impacts of what it can cause in the Tampa Bay area, setting new water level records there, 4 to 5 feet storm surge. Clearwater Beach, Cedar Key also seeing possibly 8 to 9 feet of storm surge, and that's quickly rising as well. If you look behind me, though, you do see a lot of traffic still on this roadway. And they're not just all official vehicles. They seem to be personal civilian vehicles as well. So you begin to question, if people have actually evacuated, if people are coming back home, which is something that we know that many officials have discouraged people from doing too soon. I do want to bring up, though, a interview recently hearing from the sheriff of Citrus County here in Citrus County, Florida. He says, quote, but later on, when storm surge really starts to roll, we're going to see a lot of flooded areas in flood zone A, which we recommended, strongly encouraged mandatory evacuation or evacuate the flood zone. A lot of folks did, he says, but there's still quite a few people left. Now, where we are in Crystal River, Florida, is zone A evacuation zone. So the sheriff, as of minutes ago, is still expecting there to be a lot of flooding in this area, and we know that that's tied to high tide, which is right around noon. So that's something that's still sort of on the horizon, even though it may look like the rain has died down, the hurricane is moving toward other parts of Florida, Georgia, eventually in the Atlantic. But we always knew that this was going to be the situation where we're not as concerned with the wind and the rain, but we're really concerned now is that storm surge threat.
Ivan, with these major storms, we always see that initial impact. That's what the big headline is about. But as you're talking about, it seems to be later on, that kind of lingering effect we're seeing from these storms right now. I wonder, too, with people that you might be coming back to their homes, what kind of threat they might be facing.
And that's really the unknown and something that people are going to have to take pretty seriously, officials say, because locally, fire personnel have told us that there's been down power lines, fallen trees, not specifically here in the shot that you're seeing behind us, where we're seeing a lot of traffic, but it's something that people, again, are going to really have to take consideration when it comes to returning back home. It's not suggested to do so, even though it might seem like everything's okay and people obviously are coming back here, as you can see behind me. But again, we're really going to get to that noon hour and see exactly the damage that we're going to get locally. And again, this isn't something that no other city has seen. We're already seeing it, like I mentioned, in Tampa Bay, in Clearwater Beach, Cedar Key. It's actively happening. It's just a matter of when it happens here. And we're actually just about 1,000 feet away from the nearest body of water where we can see docks, also boats there, for example. So if we do see that storm surge, it's not going to be very difficult for a lot of this water just to be able to come in.
Ivan Rodriguez reporting live for us from CNN in Florida. Again, what's happening right now on the ground might be changing in the next few hours ahead, a story we're certainly following closely. Thanks for that, Ivan. Stay safe.